hands and if you guys have questions or not, we'll go.
Well, obviously, you've had a lot of success here. Is there anything you're approaching differently this offseason or trying to get better at?
Yeah, I mean, always, as we approach the off season and approach the season, you always look at, the previous year and what things you could do better, as far as, in-game situations, technique, things like that. So I think always trying to find something to be better at for sure.
On the right here, Charlie.
Yeah, he will. In practice, when you're kicking off to guys, is there anybody that maybe stands out to you as someone that looks like they could fill in Jameer's shoes?
I mean, to be honest with you, I don't really pay that much attention to who's catching the ball. I really try to focus on, hitting as far and high as I can, but, we're going to have somebody that's really explosive returning kicks and punts for us. We always do, and I have no concerns about that. We have a lot of talented guys.
Tony in the middle.
Oh, you had originally kind of planned to move on. What went into the change of heart, and why one more season here?
As I look back on my career, I'm very excited about what we've as a team been able to accomplish, and I just felt like I had more room to improve, before moving on to the next level. And honestly, I didn't want to leave this place. So many people are. I've been super blessed to meet a lot of people here and build relationships that I've been able to build. And there's a lot of people across the country that would love to play here, and it was just something that I wanted to be able to come back and finish my career here.
Back to Kyle.
Hey, what's up, Will? Thanks for being here. You had a costly tackle last year against Auburn. What type of feedback did you get from your teammates, and what do you remember about that specific play?
Yeah, that was a fun one. First tackle in my career. I got a little bit lucky. If he runs through that hole probably 10 times, I'll probably only get him 1 out of 10. But it is fun. I think the reaction, everybody kind of blew up a little bit. It was in the moment. I get a little. I play with some fire at times, so my emotion kind of came out a little bit. But definitely a fun play.
Back there, Nick Alvarez.
Long snappers are usually forgotten part of the specialist unit. What can you say about Nealon? Kind of the energy he brings to you guys. Kind of what's he's like.
Yeah, I mean, Nealon's been here. This will be his 3rd season. He's continued to get better every single year. I'm very excited about him and what he's going to be able to do this year and next year, and excited for his future.
On the right here, Kennington.
You referenced going back and looking at areas of improvement. What were some areas that you pinpointed, and what are you hoping to get out of the season?
Last year, I think my biggest, not issue, but thing that I could get better at was my kickoffs. As we got later into the year, when it got colder outside, I wasn't hitting as many touchbacks, wasn't hitting the ball as far. My technique wasn't as good as I wanted to be, so that's something I really worked on this offseason.
Cody.
I know you still got 1 more year here, but have you had time to really kind of take stock and look at everything you've been able to accomplish thus far throughout your Alabama career?
Not really. That's not really that important for me, honestly. I like to stay in the moment. I'm really excited about this season, and every season is a new challenge. Every season's different. You play with new players, you got new coaches. So excited for that challenge and the journey that we're going to be on this year for sure.
Up front, Tony.
Is there a special chemistry between the holder and the kicker, and what do you do with kind of build that up with James? And is there special is there a way you like the ball to be positioned, and you guys work on that kind of stuff?
No doubt, yeah. The chemistry between the kicker and holder, high school, college, and professional level is very, very important. You have to be able to trust your holder, because without your snapper and your holder, you can't do your job. So that's something that we work a lot on. Every kicker likes their ball leaned differently or tilted differently. James knows how I like it, and he does it at a very high level. And I think we have a really good operation. We've gotten better from each year I've been here, and those guys, they're going into their junior year, and they've gotten better every single year. So very excited about that for sure.
Good luck with Joe.
Will, you got married in January. How's your life changed since then?
Yeah, obviously a big life change. We moved in together, so that's been a little bit different. I'm enjoying it for sure. It's been awesome. Being in camp, we actually got to move out of the dorms today. We've been there for 2 weeks, so excited to go home, see her at night, and spend some more time with her. But yeah, it's been awesome. Definitely one of the biggest or best decisions I've made in my life for sure.
Mike.
So what have you seen from Connor since he got here this summer, and what can you kind of teach him, this being your last year, this being his first?
Yeah, I mean, he's obviously got a lot of talent. You know, as coming in as a summer enrollee, it took him a little bit of time to get adjusted, as it does for everybody. So I'm excited to kind of teach him things, but also let him kind of figure out some things on his own. I think is important too, because everybody's going to be different. Everybody's going to have their different mannerisms. Everybody's going to want to go about their day and practice differently. So I'm for sure going to be able to give him tips and things that I do in my routine, but he's also going to have some things that he likes to do himself as well.
Matt?
We'll go back to your tackle. How much do you guys practice tackling as kickers, or are you sort of just figuring it out live?
We practice tackles every now and then. I'm not going to lie, it's not a huge emphasis just because, we have so many good players running down on coverage for us that, honestly, I'm not going to really be put in that position very much, but we do, practice it every now and then.
Go back to top.
And Will, what type of mindset does a kicker have to have? Because sometimes I feel that people remember not only the kicks that you made, but sometimes the kicks you missed. Can you talk about that mindset that you have to have specifically as a kicker?
Yeah, just whether it's good or not good, whether it's after a single kick or after a game, you just have to sit there and reevaluate, watch the tape, and then you just have to move on from it. Because even if you play good, you still have have plenty of games left the rest of the season. You have to move on. You can't dwell on what happened in the past. And it's a lot of kickers talk about next kick mentality, and that's very important. It's very true. Something that the elite kickers in the NFL do the best, and that's why they are the best.
Anything else? Thanks, Will.
Appreciate you guys.